Let's continue answering our handouts. Let's go to theory number 1. It encompasses the process of analyzing, recording, classifying, summarizing, communicating all transactions involving the receipt and disposition or yung sources and uses of government funds, property, interpreting the results. Answer natin dyan class is letter C, government accounting. Number 2, what is the title of the revised government accounting system? For national government agencies, which will be effective January 1, 2016, ang tawag natin dyan, Government Accounting Manual for NGAS or GAM, letter A, GAM. Actually, class, yung boy dyan, yung New Government Accounting System, iyan yung dati. Okay, Old Government Accounting Standards yan. So, FYI lang. Yung ngayon, GAM yung tawag natin. Number 3, which government body keeps the general account of the government or yung accounting? Promulgates accounting rules and regulations, submits the report to the President and Congress, an annual financial report, Commission on Audit or COA, letter A. Number 4, which is responsible for the design, preparation, approval of accounting systems of government agencies. So class, take note accounting system to. Okay, yung tanong, hindi accounting rules and regulations. Pag accounting rules and regulations, si COA yan. Pag accounting system class, ang bahala dyan si DBM, Department of Budget and Management. So DBM tayo for number 4. Tandaan mo yan na accounting system yan Okay? Hindi yan accounting rules and regulations. DBM for number 4. Number 5, no money shall be paid out of the National Treasury except in pursuance of, ito yung constitutional limitation na binasa ko kanina, except in pursuance of appropriation, letter A. Number 6, it is the authorization from the DBM to any agency to incur obligation up to a specified amount that must be within the legislative appropriation allotment. Okay, allotment, letter C. Number 7, what is the role of the Bureau of Treasury? To government accounting responsibility, letter A yung sagot natin, to receive and keep national funds and manage or control disbursements. So again, custody yan for Bureau of Treasury. Yung boy naman, to design, prepare, approve accounting systems, DBM. For letter C, to keep the general accounts, COA. And letter D, to prepare annual report, COA din yan. Okay? Number 8, it refers to the first step in the government budgetary process wherein the President, through assistance of DBM, shall prepare to the Congress the 30 days opening of the regular session. So yung first stage natin, di ba meron tayong acronym PLEA, preparation, legislation, execution, and accountability. First stage, preparation, letter A. Number 9, it refers to the second step in the government budgetary process. Okay, enactment of General Appropriations Act. Budget legislation, letter B. Let's go to number 10. It refers to the third step in government budgetary process. Okay, yun yung budget execution, letter C. And 11, it refers to the final step in the government budgetary process. So alam natin class, yung last one is letter D, budget accountability. Okay? Number 12, the books of accounts of national government agencies or mga GAs natin, or NGAs, under the GAM shall consist of the following. Meron ka bang general journal? Yes. Except daw, except. Cash receipt journal? Yes. Cash disbursement journal? Yes. Check disbursements journal? Yes. General ledger, subsidiary ledger? Yes. Wala tayong tinatawag na regular agency and national government books. Dati yan, sa old government accounting standards meron yan. Ngayon, wala na, under GAM. Okay? So, for number 12, except G. Okay? Except G. Number 13, the registries of national government agencies under the GAM shall consist of the following. ROR, RAPAL, RAOD, ARBUD, wala tayo nung DOG. Okay, wala yan. Yung Priority Development Assistance Program, PDAP. Walang ganyan. Walang registries of PDAP. Letter E for number 13. The following are the classifications of different RAPAL, RAOD, ARBUD, except personal services, yes. MOOE, or maintenance and other operating expenses, yes. Financial expenses, capital outlays, yes, except E, letter E for number 14. Okay? Ulit-ulitin ko, logbook lang to. Walang journal entry dito sa registries. Okay? Pang-monitor lang yan. Alright, so number 14, okay na tayo class. Skip mo muna yung number 15. Punta tayo dun sa journal entries. Okay, skip mo yung 15, 16, 17, 18. Punta tayo sa journal entries. Babalikan natin yung mga yan. Okay? Para lang, again, ma-practice natin. Napakita ko sa inyo ano yung mga journal entries for government accounting. I think di na natin kailangan to. So, erase ko na to, class. Alright, so erase natin. Dadahan-dahanin yung entries para at least mag-gets nyo talaga. Alright, so C. Erase ko muna for space. Okay, so tingnan natin, class. Let's go to prepare the journal entries for the following transactions. Department of Science and Technology, or the DOST, well, siya yung government agency natin, receives its General Appropriations Act amounting to 10 million. Okay, now, appropriation. Pag na-receive mo yung appropriation, sa point of view ni DOST, okay, point of view ni DOST. So, lahat ng gagawin natin, books ni DOST. Alright? Pag na-receive yung appropriation, tandaan mo, class, ipopost siya sa RAPAL. Appropriation ito. Ipopost sa RAPAL. Okay? Walang journal entry. Again, pag registries, logbook lang yan. So, lalagay ko dito, posted in RAPAL. Okay? Or the Registry of Appropriation and Allotment. Yan lang gagawin mo. No journal entry. DOST receives its allotment from DBM amounting to 8 million. By the way, so lalagay mo lang sa RAPAL, okay, naka-receive tayo ng appropriation for 10 million. Ganun lang. Okay, ganun na siya. For number 2 naman, class, allotment naman yung na-receive. So, tignan mo, merong allotment to, meron ding allotment to. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, sa registry ni DOST, ipopost niya sa posted in RAPAL and RAOD. Tama? Pareho may allotment to. Allotment, allotment. Okay, nakalagay lang dyan. O sige, may 8 million tayo. Alright, gawin lang siya. So far, wala pa tayong journal entries. Number 3, DOST incurs obligations. Okay, obligations. Tingnan natin. By entering the following contracts, hiring employee contracts. Okay, enter into a contract for purchase of office supplies, and yung isa naman, office equipment. Okay, so yung obligations dito, ito, obligations, ito pala. Okay, so ibig sabihin, magpo-post tayo sa RAOD. Okay, so posted in RAOD, ganito mangyayari dyan, class. Diba, merong yan, iba-iba yan under yung mga registries na yan, merong subcategories. Okay? So ngayon, yung A, hiring employees, lalagay natin yan, related yan sa personnel services. Okay, lalagay natin sa RAOD PS, ayan, 1 million. Yun yung letter A natin. Yung isa naman, office supplies, ilagay natin yan sa MOOE. Operating expense yun. RAOD MOOE, amounting to 500,000. And then, yung isa naman, office equipment. So, dito naman siya, capital outlay. RAOD CO, 2.5 million. Again, hindi yan journal entries. Hindi journal entries yan. Registry lang yan. Logbook lang yan. Okay? What else? Now, whenever mag-i-incur ng obligations, dapat mag-issue yung government agency na tinatawag natin na. So, sa DOST issues Obligation Request Status or ORS. Tama? Document siya. I-issue niya yan, yung ORS. Okay, yung sagot natin sa number 3. Let's go to number 4. DOST receives notice of cash allocation from DBM amounting to 7 million net of tax. Ayun, dito ka palang magkakaroon ng entry. Dito pa lang may debit and credit. Pag na-receive mo yung cash allocation, ano yung entry natin dyan? Debit cash. Kukompletuhin ko muna. Modified Disbursement System. Okay. Or MDS. MDS regular. Credit subsidy from national government. Okay, ito yung entry mo dyan. Debit cash, Modified Disbursement System regular, credit subsidy from national government, or NG, or SNG, subsidy from national government, 7 million. Ayan. So, medyo mahaba. Okay? Bakit, sir, ganyan? So, class, i-erase ko na to. Ganyan, class, kasi yung sa makikita natin sa Government Accounting Manual or dun sa GAM, okay, yung accounting standards natin for government accounting, merong prescribed doon na chart of accounts. Okay? So, hindi ka pwede mag-invento ng accounts. na gagamitin mo. Meron naka-prescribe doon. And yung cash modified disbursement system na yan, o regular, and yung subsidy from national government, nasa chart of accounts ng GAM yan. Take note ha. Okay. So, hindi lang pwedeng basta debit cash ka lang. Hindi. Dapat kumpleto. Cash, MDS. Alright? Now, sir, kailangan ba namin aralin yung chart of accounts? Yan, pag binasa mo yung class, maraming familiar doon. Accounts, inventory, PPE, investments, payables. Halos yung alam natin sa financial accounting, ganun lang din dun sa chart of accounts ng government accounting. May mga konting differences lang. For example, yung subsidy from national government, di ba wala namang ganyan sa financial accounting? Okay? Now, ang major difference lang, tandaan mo to, ng chart of accounts ng financial accounting and government accounting, yung cash accounts na ginagamit. Okay? Bakit, sir? Kasi iba-iba yung cash. Ito lang yung kailangan mo tandaan, ha? So, know this by heart. Okay? Tinakakalito dito. So, take note, based sa chart of accounts ng GAM, ito yung makikita mong cash. Ilan ba to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so remember this ha. Number 1, cash. Collecting officer. Sulat mo muna. Or CO. Number 2, cash in bank. Cash in bank local currency. Or LC. Okay. Number 3, cash. Treasury / agency, deposit, regular, or TA, ayan, or treasury agency, TA. Ayan, that's number 3. Number 4, sulat mo muna kasi, explain ko later, no? Number 4, cash. Ayun, yung MDS. Shorten ko lang dito. Cash MDS regular. And the number 5, cash tax remittance advice or TRA. Okay, sir, paano namin malalaman kung anong cash account yung gagamitin namin? So ito yung medyo mahirap sa government accounting. I mean, medyo tricky compared sa, kunwari, sa atin sa financial accounting, meron tayong cash in bank, may cash on hand. Dalawa lang. Okay? Dito, 5. Sir, paano namin malalaman yan? Ganito yung class. Pag cash collecting officer, gagamitin mo yan whenever may collections. Okay? For example, si DFA, okay? Foreign Affairs, sa passport, pag nag-collect siya, ang entry na doon, debit cash collecting officer. Credit revenue, kung ano man. Okay? Whenever may collections, cash CO yung gagamitin natin. Whenever magde-deposit ka sa bangko, cash in bank LC. Okay? Lagay ko dito, deposited to bank. Pag sa bangko ka nag-deposit, cash in bank, local currency. Yung cash treasury agency, deposit regular, masyadong mahaba, or cash TA na lang. Pag cash TA, pag nag-deposit ka to BTR, Bureau of Treasury. Ito, local bank. So sabihin natin, BDO, BPI. Ito, pag kay BTR ka nag-deposit. Sir, paano ba nag-deposit sa BTR? Actually, class, meron tayong tinatawag na authorized agent banks. Okay? Authorized agent banks, ano ba yung mga government banks? For example, class, Land Bank of the Philippines, Development Bank of the Philippines, PNB, ayan. So, pag mag-deposit ka kay BTR, ayan, yung sa 3 bangko na yan. Tawag natin dyan, authorized agent banks. Kaya tinawag na treasury, ito yung Bureau of Treasury. Kaya tinawag na agency, ito yung mga authorized agent banks. Gets? Okay. Cash MDS regular. So, whenever meron kang notice of cash allocation, notice of cash allocation. So, alam natin, class, pag may notice of cash allocation ka, doon ka may journal entry. Ayun, no? And then, last one naman, cash tax remittance advice whenever meron tayong withholding of taxes. Di-discuss natin later yan. Okay? So, ayan. Ito yung guidelines natin. Tandaan mo to. Pag natandaan mo to, okay na okay ka sa government accounting. Now, balik tayo dun sa number 4. DOST receives notice of cash allocation from DBM, kaya ito ginamit natin. Cash MDS regular, credit subsidy from national government. Actually, yung subsidy from national government, revenue yan. Revenue account yan. Okay? Tandaan mo. Revenue account. Or income statement account. 7 million. Class, gusto kong makita mo dyan sa end, very important, net of tax. Okay? Makita mo yun? Net of tax nakalagay. Sir, bakit ganun? Bakit net of tax? Ang ginagawa, class, si Bureau of Treasury, pag binigyan niya ng Notice of Cash Allocation sa DOST, ganito yan ha, pakita ko sa'yo. Si Bureau of Treasury, bibigyan niya ng NCA si DOST, tama? Now, let's say, yan, bibigyan niya si DOST. Ngayon, kapag hindi to net of tax, so 7 million yan, tama? 7 million. So let's say naka-net na dyan is 10% na withholding tax. Net of 10% withholding tax yan. So ang marireceive lang ni DOST, yung 7 million, yun yung 90%. Bakit, sir? Kasi isipin mo. Pag ang nangyari, 100% yung binigay kay DOST. Ang gagawin DOST, yung withholding tax, i-remit pa niya kay BIR. Whenever nagbabayad siya, di ba? Pag withholding tax, bago ka magbayad kay supplier, binibidhold mo na. Binibigay mo na kay BIR. So ang gagawin pa ni DOST, mag-withhold sa BIR, si BIR naman, yung cash, since ang may custody yun sa Bureau of Treasury, ibibigay pa niya kay Bureau of Treasury. So, paikot-ikot. Nakuha niyo yung point? So, ulitin ko. Whenever magbibigay si BTR ng Notice of Cash Allocation sa government agency, usually, naka-net na yan ng withholding tax. Para hindi na mangyari to. Kasi redundant inefficient yan. Mag-withhold ng tax pa kay BIR, kay Bureau of Treasury magre-remit ulit. Why not? Dito pa lang, sa point pa lang na to, inet mo na agad yung withholding tax. Example ko lang yung 10% ha. Let's say 10%. Got it? Okay, important to. Later, babalikan natin kung bakit. That's number 4. Let's go to number 5. Employees have rendered services for the period. The following payroll computations were approved and cash advances were granted. Salaries and wages, 400,000. Personal Economic Relief Allowance or PERA, 50,000. Yung PERA, class, allowance yan for government employees. Okay? PERA. Walang ganyan sa private. Deductions, withholding tax, GSIS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, net compensation is 310,000. So, may mga mandatory deductions. So, sa point of view ni DOST, take note, POV tayo ng DOST, ito yung entry niyan. Number 1, debit salaries and wages expense, 400,000. Debit PERA expense, or this is an allowance, 50,000. Credit due to BIR, withholding tax, tama? Which is 80,000. Credit due to GSIS, 30,000. Credit due to Pag-ibig, which is 10,000. And then due to PhilHealth, 10,000. Tama ba? 20,000 pala. 20,000. And then due to officers and employees, yung balancing figure. And employees, 310,000. Ayan. So, ito yung entry natin nung na-incur yung, salaries and wages. Next entry natin, class, nung na-grant yung cash advance. So, lagay ko dito, grant of cash advance, CA. Okay. Una natin babayaran yung officers and employees muna. Alright? Ganito yung entry dyan. Debit advances for payroll. Advances for payroll. Okay. Credit, cash, MDS regular. Kasi ano ba yung pababayad mo sa employees? Ito, yung na-receive mo na to. Kaya iyan yung i-credit mo. Okay? Take note, yung cash advance pa lang nire-record natin ha, 310,000. Para sa employees. Ngayon, nung binayaran na yung employees, credit or debit due to officers, ito na yung payment ha. Payment to employees. Debit due to officers and employees. Credit advances for payroll. Okay? 310,000. Hiniwalay lang natin kasi nag-cash advance daw. Ito yung advances, ito yung actual pay. As you notice, cancel out na naman yung advances na yan. So, ang entry mo talaga, binayaran mo sa employees, debit due to officers and employees, credit cash MDS. Kasi class, ito yung pinambayad mo dyan. 310,000. Gets? Okay. So, ayan. So, take note ka dyan, class, sa mga entries natin. Let's go to number 6. Number 6 natin. Sige, dito na lang ako magsasagot. Number 6. Dito yung continuation class, ha. So, journal entries natin kay DOST pa rin, number 6. Okay, DOST pays for the following expenses. Water, electricity, telephone, janitorial, security, less withholding taxes. Okay, so ganito lang yan. Debit water expense, 15,000. Debit electricity expense, 70,000. Debit telephone expense, 20,000. Debit janitorial expense, 30,000. Debit security expense, 40,000. And then credit due to BIR, how much? 17,500. Yung balance natin, syempre cash yung pinambayad natin. Cash MDS regular, which is 157,500. Okay. Yun yung entry natin for number 6. Number 7. Ito na. Remittance of withholding tax. Ulitin ko. Yung 7 million na na-receive ni DOST, naka-net na yan of withholding tax. Okay? So let's say 10% yung withholding tax para lang may illustration tayo. Tingnan natin, class. Nakalagay dyan remittance. Sir, akala ko ba naka-net na? Bakit i-remit pa natin? Ganito yan, class. May tinatawag tayong concept ng constructive receipt. Balik tayo dun sa identification number 20. Identification number 20. Yung kanina sabi ko, babalikan natin. So, number 20, used to recognize in the books of government agencies the constructive remittance of taxes withheld to the BIR or customs of duties to BOC and the constructive receipt for NCA for those taxes. Class, di ba pag sinabing constructive, di ba ibig sabihin walang actual? Hindi yun actual. Okay? Ibig sabihin, class, pakita ko sa inyo journal entry sa number 7, ito yung books ni DOST, books ni BIR, and books ni BTR. Ayan, tatlo. So, ganito yan. So, how much yung due to BIR natin? Computing nga natin. Due to BIR natin, 80,000. Ito. May due to BIR tayo dito kanina, 80,000. And then, meron tayong due to BIR dito na 17,500. So, add nga natin, 80,000 plus 17,500. Nakuha mo ba yung 97,500? Tama? Now, gagawin natin sa books ni DOST, ganito yung class. Dalawa entry niya. Debit cash, TRA, withholding of taxes. Okay, debit cash TRA. Credit subsidy from national government or SNG. Pakita ko muna. How much? 97,500. Okay, may next entry tayo. Debit due to BIR. Credit cash TRA. 97,500. Yan yung journal entry in the books of DOST. Sino naka-receive niyan? Di ba si BIR? Tama? So, kung si BIR, meron siyang debit cash, okay, TRA, credit income tax revenue. Income tax revenue. How much? 97,500. Right? Now, yung cash na yan, i-remit ni BIR to BTR. Kasi si BTR yung cash custodian. In the books of BTR, meron siyang debit subsidy from national government, yung opposite nito, credit cash TRA. 97.5. Alright? Ah, hindi pala. Ito muna pala. Yung first entry ni BTR, ito yung corresponding dito. Okay? So, yung opposite nito, ito yun kay BTR. Walang na-receive na cash talaga si BTR kasi constructive receipt lang to. Sige, explain ko ha. Ito na yung pinaka-important concept for today. Pag mag-withhold ka ng tax, ito, ang tawag dito class, constructive. Ipapakita mo lang yan. Pero wala talagang actual physical flow ng cash. Okay? So, it's as if binigyan ka ni BTR, ito yan eh. Debit SNG, ulitin ko ha. Debit SNG, credit cash TRA, 97.5. Okay. It's as if binigyan ka ni BTR ng cash na pambayad ng tax, which is wala, naka-withhold na yung 10%. For example, ito yung 10%. Okay. Sige, as if binigyan kita, DOST. As if binayaran mo si BIR. As if naka-receive si BIR from DOST. Ang tawag natin dyan, constructive receipt. Okay? Wala talagang physical cash dyan na nangyari. Kasi una pa lang, nakanet na yung 10%. Ginagawa lang yan para lang mapakita sa books, ma-reflect sa books yung withholding of taxes, and para lang mapakita na ito yung mga transactions natin related to na may withholding tax. Gets ba yan? So ito yung entries ha. DOST, BIR, BTR. So ulitin ko, ang pinaka-important concept dito, constructive yan. Walang physical cash flow dyan. Okay? Pinakita lang yan. Parang ganun. Sige. So hopefully na-gets mo yun. Yun lang naman yung mahirap dyan. Okay, let's go to number 8. Aha. Natin to. Okay na tayo dyan. Number 8 nating class is... by the way class, kaya to credit subsidy from national government kasi nung naka-receive ka ng yung initial na 7 million, di ba ito yung credit mo, SNG? It's as if na-receive mo yung 10%, kaya SNG pa rin yung credit mo. Number 8, remittance to GSIS Pag-ibig PhilHealth. Nasaan ba yun? GSIS Pag-ibig PhilHealth. Bayaran na natin. Debit due to GSIS. Debit due to Pag-ibig. Debit due to PhilHealth. Due to PhilHealth. Okay, susulat natin. How much? 30,000, 10,000, and 20,000. Ano pong babayad natin dyan? Siyempre yung cash MDS natin. May cheque tayo. Tama? Cash MDS regular, 60,000. Okay. Number 9. DOST bills revenues of 1 million from permits and licenses. Usual. Kung ano alam natin na recording sa financial accounting, debit accounts receivable, billing pa lang eh. Credit, sabihin natin na revenues from permits and licenses. Okay, how much? 1 million. Yan yung entry. First entry, letter A. Letter B, anong nangyari class? DOST collects 100,000. So debit. So again, anong cash yung i-debit mo? Ito kasi yung mga tricky eh. Ano yung cash dyan? Ulitin ko, pag nag-collect ka, saan mo lalagay? Cash collecting officer. Okay? Class, take note, huwag mo gagamitin yung cash MDS. Kasi yung cash MDS, ginagamit mo lang yan pag related sa cash allocation sa'yo. Hindi naman cash allocation yung na-receive mo yung permits and licenses. Hindi naman galing sa BTR yan. Pag galing sa BTR, MDS, regular. Pag galing sa labas, pag na-collect mo, cash CO lang yan. Kaya ang entry dito, debit cash CO, credit AR. 1 million or 100,000. Okay? That's letter B. Letter C, remittance to the BTR. Pag nag-remit tayo sa BTR, ito, or nag-deposit tayo sa BTR, ito yung entry mo. Cash TA deposit regular. So ang gagawin ko, sa letter C, debit cash, okay, TA deposit regular, credit cash CO. Tatanggalin ko na yan. Kasi yung na-collect ko na yan, ni-remit ko sa BTR, 100,000. Alright? So ayan, yun yung entries natin, A, B, and C. Okay, so last one is reversion of unused NCA. For example, class, hindi na ubos yung 7 million na NCA. Tignan niya natin, yung mag-T-account nga tayo dyan sa NCA natin. NCA. 7 million yung original. Tingnan natin class kung ano yung mga ginastos natin. Nasaan yung NCA? Ito. May cash MDS tayo dito. So, 310,000. Bawasan natin yan. 310,000. What else? Meron din tayong, meron ba dito? Ito, 157.5. Bawas din yan, credit. Tama? 157.5. And then, nasan pa? Cash MDS, ito, 60,000. Ibig sabihin, class, yung ending balance natin ng NCA, hindi pa naubos. Okay, 7 million. Actually, malaki na tira. Minus 310, minus 157,500, minus 60,000, 647,2,500. Ito yung natira sa allocation sa atin ni BTR. Ibabalik natin yan kay BTR. Ang tawag natin dyan, unused NCA. Sir, ano entry niyan? I-reverse mo lang yung original entry mo, yung na-receive mo yung NCA na yan. So therefore, kung cash MDS, credit SNG ka, debit SNG, subsidy from national government, credit cash MDS, regular, which is, na-compute natin, 6,472,500. 6,472,500. Okay. That's your journal entry for number 10. Okay, so balik tayo class dun sa in-skip natin kanina, number 15, 1-5. Tapusin natin to, number 15. Madali na sa inyo to. I-erase ko muna. Okay. Number 15. On January 1, 2020, the collecting officer of Bureau of Customs collected 450,000. Import duties plus fines of 50 of the goods of an importer. On Feb 1, the Bureau of Customs remitted the 500,000 to the Bureau of Treasury. Ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Now, noong January 1, 2020, point of view tayo ni Bureau of Customs, nakakollect daw ng isang 450 and ng 50. 500,000 yun, tama? Ano yung entry natin? Debit cash? Anong cash? Pili ka dyan. Collection Collection, di ba? So, cash CO tayo. Debit cash, collecting officer, 500,000. Yung 450 dyan, para sa import, so revenues yan. Credit import duties, 450,000. And then yung fines naman, 50,000. So, basically, yung credit, yun yung revenues ni Bureau of Customs, tama? Or income niya. Debit cash, credit CO, credit revenues or income, 450 and 50. Now, dineposit daw nung Feb 1, 2020 to the Bureau of Treasury. Pag nag-deposit ka sa Bureau of Treasury, meron kang debit cash, TA, deposit regular. Debit cash, TA deposit, regular, credit, cash CO. Okay, so familiarize yourself with the entries, pero yun lang yung pattern dyan. Okay? That's why, ang tanong dyan, class, what is the entry to record the collection of the import duties and fines? Debit cash CO, letter boy yung sagot. Debit cash CO, 500,000. Credit import duties, 450. Credit fines and penalties, 50. Boy for question 1. Okay, pag ang tanong naman, yung pag-deposit sa BTR, ito yung answer natin. Now, question number 2. Okay, question 1. Question 1 is boy. Question number 2, using the same data, but assuming the importer directly deposited the 450,000 import duties and fines through the authorized agent bank instead of collection by a customer collecting officer. So, ibig sabihin, class, instead na ang ginawa ni importer, dumiretso siya sa BTR. Pwede naman yan. Okay? Instead na dumaan siya sa Bureau of Customs, diniretso niya sa BTR, yung import duties. Pwede yun. Ano yung magiging entry nun? Tingnan mo lang. Pag nag-deposit sa BTR, ano ba yung entry natin? This one. Debit cash. Sa journal entry ni Bureau of Customs, meron siyang debit cash, hindi ka na magko-collecting officer kasi dumiretso sa BTR. Debit cash TA, deposit, regular. Okay, 500,000. Credit import duties, credit fines and penalties, 450,000 and 50,000. Answer natin dito, class, is letter boy. Debit cash, treasury agency deposit regular, 500, credit import duties and fines and penalties, and entry natin. That's for number 15. Okay, doon tayo mag-erase. Let's go to number 16. Okay, number 16. On December 1, 2019, the Department of Finance billed its lessee on the collection of its building. So, lagay ko dito, 12/31/2019. Entryhan na natin. Nung nag-bill ka, so debit AR, credit, rent income. Okay, so normal recording lang. 100,000. On January 31, 2020, The Department of Finance collected all of its AR. O, pag nag-collect ka, ano yung debit cash mo? Cash CO. Cash CO, credit AR, 100,000. Tama? Feb 28. On Feb 28, the Department of Finance remitted the entire collected amount to the Bureau of Treasury. Pag nag-deposit sa Bureau of Treasury, debit cash, credit TA deposit regular, credit cash CO, i-credit natin to, 100,000. Ayan yung entries natin. Yan lahat ng entries natin. Ano ba tanong sa ating class? What is the journal entry to record the remittance by the DOF to the Bureau of Treasury? Ito daw. Credit, or letter C, debit cash, TA deposit regular, and credit cash collecting officer, 100,000. Letter C for number 16. Ganun lang. Di ba? Pag medyo familiar ka sa entries, kayang-kaya mo na sagutan yan. So again, ganito usually tanong sa government accounting pagdating sa boards. Journal entries, pero multiple choice, obviously. Okay? Let's go to number 17. Number 17, the Department of Health received notice of cash allocation in the amount of 200,000. So ano yung entry natin doon? Debit cash, MDS, regular, credit subsidy from national government, doon na-receive mo yung allocation, 200,000. Right? Now, DOH made the total cash disbursements in the amount of 195. So meron tayong unused NCA, which is 5,000. What is the journal entry to record the reversion of unused NCA? Ito, re-reverse lang natin yan. Debit SNG, credit cash MDS, regular. How much yung unused? Kung 200 yung total, nagamit mo 195, meron tayong unused na 5,000. Letter D, debit subsidy from national government, credit cash MDS regular, 5,000. Okay. Raise ko na class, ha? Last item, number 18. Okay, so tingnan natin. The Bureau of Treasury received 100,000 cash remittance from Department of Agrarian Reform from its miscellaneous income. What is the journal entry of the BTR in its accounting books to record the receipt of cash remittance from the income of the National Government Agency? Ito class kakaiba, yung 18. Kasi point of view ni BTR. Kasi kanina, yung point of view tayo yung nag-deposit kay BTR. Okay? Point of view ng government agency. In this case, paano naman kung point of view ni BTR? Okay? Ganito gawin natin class para mas maliwanag. Ito yung books ni DAR, Department of Agrarian Reform. Ito yung books ni Bureau of Treasury. Okay? This is number 18, ha? Last item. Ganito gagawin ko dyan. Okay, so si DAR, na-receive niya muna. Nag-collect muna siya ng 100,000 sa miscellaneous income. First entry ni DAR, debit cash, CO, credit miscellaneous income, 100,000. Tama? Ngayon, nag-deposit si DAR kay Bureau of Treasury. Gagamit siya nito. Debit cash, TA deposit regular, credit cash collecting officer, 100,000. Tama? Okay, now, ito yung alam natin. Right? Doon naman tayo sa other side, kay Bureau of Treasury. Ano sir yung entry ni Bureau of Treasury? Ganito yung class. Kung nag-debit ka ng cash TA deposit dyan, kay Bureau of Treasury, credit naman yan. Credit cash, TA deposit regular. Okay? Ganun siya, 100,000. Yung ide-debit ni BTR, take note na si BTR may mga bangko yan, tama? Land Bank of the Philippines, DBP, and PNB. Okay, di ba doon ka eto pala, doon ka nagde-deposit, di ba? Yan yung authorized agent bank. So sa point of view ni BTR, meron siyang cash in bank, local currency. Yun. Ito yung de-debit ni BTR. Gets? Okay. So, tumaas yung cash in bank ni BTR. Debit cash in bank. Tama? Debit cash in bank. LC, or local currency. How much yan? 100,000. Ulitin ko, ha? So, na-receive ni DAR. Ito, ang dami nating cash na ginamit. Cash CO, miscellaneous income. Dineposit ni DAR kay BTR, so authorized agent bank. Cash TA deposit regular, credit cash CO. Sa point of view ni BTR, tumaas yung cash in bank niya. Kasi bangko ni BTR yan eh. Debit cash in bank LC, so yun yung pinapagamit sa atin ng chart of accounts. Kaya ito nag-credit ka ng cash TA deposit regular, kaya mo credit yan because para ma-mirror to. Gets? Naka-debit to, i-credit mo yan. Nag-increase yung cash in bank mo, debit cash in bank, local currency. Okay. So last, again, ang key dito is kailan mo gagamitin yung mga cash accounts yan. Yun lang yung nakakalito. Pero hopefully, na-clarify natin yan. Alright, so Na-discuss ko na ba lahat? I think wala naman tayo na-miss out na items. So, double check ko lang ha. I think wala. Na-discuss ko na lahat. Alright, class, that's the end of our discussion for government accounting.